All right, I'm Rou Reynolds from Enter Shikari. I'm at Rock in Park, and you are watching Allschools.
I'm so done with the pressure. Twist to control everyone's perception. I'm done with the weather.
First of all, I hope you had a safe trip from Rock am Ring to Rock am Park here today. Yeah. No traffic.
Well, we drove through the night, so I was I say I was asleep. I was in and out of a kind of light, bumpy sleep.
It's like sleeping, but what? Are we there already? Okay, so yesterday you played your first festival this year at Rock am Ring, like I just said. How does it feel for you to play the first festival in Germany at a huge festival?
It was incredible. It's something that we'd been anxious just to start. Like, festival season is just like something you always look forward to, and starting with Rock am Ring, which is one of the biggest, it was a very intense, extreme, surreal, profound experience. Like, I had so much fun yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw some clips already.
Yeah,
it looked amazing. Yeah,
it was.
A lot of
the
people.
Crowd was so big. Like, I didn't have my glasses on, so I'm not very good at seeing in the distance, and I couldn't see the end of the. It just went on, and then you could just see the fairground at the back. Wow, this is
oh my god! And when you're in a situation like this, I already do you think about how many people are there right now, or do you just play your music? You know what I mean? Is it like you
can't really think in those situations. You can sort of get a sense. You can feel the intensity of just eyes and minds just concentrated on you, and it's wow. But all you can do is occasionally focus on one person or a group of people, and there'll be some sort of connection there, or something will happen that's funny. Someone will be crowd surfing who's wearing something silly, and you can just, those moments you just latch onto because they're more, that's actual connection. It's individually connecting with people, even though there's a mass there. It's impossible to comprehend if you start thinking about how many people are actually
I think then you will be
you'll
break down.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Short circuit.
And you just released a new video for Undercover agents, like a pixel video, and I was wondering, the Spark album is kind of a retro theme, or the photos you're putting online, the glitch effect and stuff like that. I was wondering, is there a meaning behind this retro theme, or do you just like it?
Well, the whole artwork and aesthetic for this album is retro futurist, which kind of came out of Undercover Agents, because it's that sort of aesthetic of what in the 1950s they thought an agent would look like in the future, or something like that. They have these, when you look back and you look at retrofuturism, it's just really kind of cute and quaint that they had these very grand, beautiful visions of what the future would look like, and it obviously hasn't happened quite yet. Some things may still happen.
Not really.
I was just really inspired by that.
And speaking about the new video, I was wondering if the guy who did the video, did he text you oh, can I do a video for you? I've got an idea, or did you have the idea?
He literally DM'd me on Twitter and sent me, I think it was a 5-second clip, and he was like, okay, I've just started this for my university project. He was like, I'll keep you updated on my progress, and I was like, amazing, it looks great already. And as it got closer to completion, we were like, can we just use this as a video? Is this? And so we just got talking and we worked it out. And
it's very cool. I really like the video, by the way. I really like
Thank
it.
You.
All the little symbols of Enter Shikari somewhere, and I think even your cat was somewhere. The name of your cat. I was like,
was
what?
It Freya Observatory?
Yeah. It was so cute. He
did so well. Yeah.
So cool. It's so beautiful and really different to all the other stuff you see on the internet. It's so cool. If you describe your music, how your music changed over the years from the beginning to now to the Spark, what would you say?
I think our music is just a product, firstly, of the good fortune of being brought up around lots of different styles of music. So I was brought up on Motown and northern soul and classical and neoclassical and punk and hardcore, and electronica and indie, Britpop, and all this immense boiling pot of all different styles of music. So that's where we straight away didn't really want to fit in anywhere, because for us, even when we started out, genres and sort of defining yourself by one slither of the musical spectrum, so being a metalhead, being a raver, something like that, it just seemed completely anathema to us. It was just silly. And I think that's been the one thing that's been central to at least our music and how that's progressed. We've just always, I'm just interested in music, and I don't like being told, oh, you have listened to this when you were growing up, so that's all you can be. It's like, what? Like, humans progress naturally, is what we do. We get bored by things, then we come back to those things and we enjoy them again, and we spread out, and we discover new ways to create, and that's what makes this an enjoyable task, I think, because you have complete freedom. Well, not complete freedom, because if we made a Tibetan throat singing album with operatic funk backing tracks, people probably wouldn't accept it.
You could try, but I don't know.
But that's something that's been central to what we do, just that progression.
But it's great to think like that.
Yeah, but in terms of actually describing what the music is, that's not interesting
not
to me.
Yeah,
I mean, it's futile. It's because every time someone has described our music, we've almost gone out of our way to then not be that. It's just a silly undertaking. That's for you guys. That's for the journalists. You can do the labeling. That's the hard job. Making music's easy.
Yeah, but the labeling's
difficult.
Not me. Difficult. Yeah, that's true. And my last question is, you've got the Shikari sound system as well, like the DJ sets you're doing. And I'm wondering, when did you came up with the idea to do this? And actually, what for you especially is different when you travel around and do the Shikari system, or travel around and do a normal show? And even with the people, are the people different, or does it feel different to do a DJ set?
Yeah, certainly there's far less pressure, because really I'm just turning up somewhere and playing songs that I like. And there's skill and creativity involved in DJing, because we actually DJ. We're not just a band that turns up and plays their iTunes. But again, that's purely because we were lucky to grow up with a drum and bass scene. Like Rory, our guitarist, his brother was a drum and bass DJ, so we learned to DJ very young. And that's what we try and recreate when we're doing our Shikari sound system. It's like, it's mainly drum and bass. It's influenced by jungle and electronica, and there's some house, and it's the, I hate using the phrase, but it's the EDM world. That's what we're doing with Shikari sound system. So it's a lot. I can get on a train with a USB stick and go and do
that's
Shikari sound
everything
system
you
set.
need.
And it blows my mind. Whereas with Shikari, it's like this mammoth beast that we're going from city to city with all this equipment and
lights,
expectations
and
of us and things. So it's like it weighs heavier on one's arms and one's mind.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. And what do you prefer? Can't say, right?
I mean, they are very different, but I mean, performing on stage with Shikari is like it's a much more profound thing. It's a much more connecting thing. I mean, I could live without DJing.
Okay, that's a good answer.
I couldn't live without.
You couldn't live without Enter Shikari.
Park your car and come on up to my house. I want to see your body.